last week. It's getting to the point of the season where you need to win, and we're not getting close tonight. I thought at the start of the game, they were parked in our line a fair bit, and we showed really good resilience, and they scored 2 tries off kicks where we could have done things a little bit better on the edges to solve that, but we didn't. And then we fought back to get in a good position to lead the game around that 35-minute mark, and then let a real soft try go in just before half-time. The bloke's not working hard enough from the inside, and just a blatant missed tackle. So to go in half-time with the possession rate and lack of field position down 4 points, I thought we could really do something in the second half. But we started the second half a little bit like we did in the first half, but we didn't show any resilience on our try line when they made a couple of errors 0-30, and from them errors led to tries. Then a penalty and an error led to another try, and then obviously the game blew out pretty quickly after that.
How do you explain the second half? Done all that hard work.
Yeah, look, right now it's hard to explain, because when you look at the amount of energy and the intensity we played at, and the trust in one another in that first 35 minutes with lack of possession and field position, just didn't show any of it in the second half. So you can't explain it right now, because it shouldn't happen.
Does that make some of those defensive lapses even more disappointing? There were a few where it was spades apart from what you just described.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we spoke about. And you said you can't do it for a part of the time. You've got to do it for 80 minutes, and we're just not doing that. It's blokes just trying to solve it on their own at times and come out of the system instead of staying in that trust and belief beside one another. But we do good things at times, and then we just let ourselves down on other times. It's not good enough.
You weren't happy with the effort during the week, the last week and into this week. How do you fix those kind of things? You can practice tackling and everything like that, but how do you fix attitude?
Well, the attitude was there, but it wasn't there for long enough tonight. Last week I wouldn't say it was there at all at different stages, but I think tonight, the way we started the game and the way we fought back to lead in the game was great, but it wasn't there for long enough. So it comes down to the person that's involved in that contest at that time. What are they going to do about it? And some people want to go to the game, and some people shy away from it, or some people try and solve it themselves, and that brings us undone as well. So it's a combination of a few things.
Is that it takes to do a mental toll on the boys, Mary? Because at half time, in the game, the boys sort of came out, played like they were already sort of 20 behind. Is it just confidence, or a cognitive mental battering? Is it just?
Yeah, look, I think there was obviously when you make your interchange in around half time, you've got probably a bit more inexperience on the field at the same time, and then when you make an error, there's not people there to talk around that error and what to do next at stages. Because certainly, when you don't defend a set after an error straight after half time, when you're nice and fresh, there's no real reason for it, except you've got to make your tackles and you've got to defend the line with a bit more desire.
Before the match, you were confident that you could still make the finals. Do you still feel that way now?
Look, mathematically we can, yeah, and I still believe that we can. But again, after tonight, like I said last week, there's a long way to go. It's down to now winning every game, or winning 6 of the next 7. We're making it hard for ourselves, especially with performances in the second half like that.
Can we expect team changes off the back of 2 heavy losses now?
Yeah, there'll be team changes for sure. We've got a couple of players coming back, so that'll make team change, and certainly there'll be a couple other spots to change. Yeah.
Just bringing up, Mary, the fact that you came here tonight pretty much with the season on the line. Like now you've got to win every game. And the performance was there, the fight back, until
that lapse before half time, and then you come out and there's a drop ball. And is it an attitude thing? Is it a self-belief thing? What would you say?
I think it's a compounding thing with, you know, with a bit of self-belief and a bit of doubt and a bit of trust at different stages with the people that you're with out there. It does break your heart. It hurts. Obviously, it hurts for our supporters. It hurts for the coach. It hurts for some players. But you know, attitude is something that the greatest power a player has is the power to choose, and you can choose what sort of attitude you have. And it's valuable to your footy team. And you've got to have it when everything's going well, and you've got to have it at tough times. And at the moment, when the times are tough, you've got to have a bad attitude.
It's people to talk about it, as there always is when your team's not winning, about your future. But is now the time for everyone to stick together and find a way to finish off the season with a positive end? Yeah,
definitely. And look, I don't take things personally there. I understand the team's not performing the way we need to at the moment. We've had above level distractions and no element of luck during the year, and we haven't had our real strongest 17 on, but we shouldn't be beaten on scores that we've been beaten the last couple of weeks. So I understand that. As a coach, I'm the leader, so aim up on me and leave me players alone a little bit. But at the end of the day, I'm here, so we've got to do something about it as a group, and the only way you can do that is go to work and work on things that you're not doing well enough to improve your game, so the following week you perform better. And we did that, but we just didn't do it for long enough, as you said.
Mary, said the club's not happy with the rumours about Tyson Brazil over the past 24 hours. Can you clear that up?
Yeah, well, Tyson's manager politely rang me this morning and said that it couldn't be further from the truth. He said, well, whenever I'm coaching, he's here, and he's got another year to run on his contract. So, me and Tyson have been together for 130 games, and I've seen him develop into a young man, into a father, into a good married life, and someone that went from being a fringe player now to the most decorated player in our side as an Australian player. So our relationship goes way back. So there's no, if you're looking for any house fighting there's certainly not one between me and him.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.